don't got time for a hater. Only got time for the paper. I don't got time. I don't got time for a hater. No, I don't got time for a hater. Every day a struggle, I was walking around with pain and doubt. Only got time for the paper. Gotta love the journey. If you don't, you're not gonna make it out. I don't got time for a hater. Every day a struggle, I was walking around with pain and doubt. Only got time for the paper. Gotta love the journey. If you don't, you're not gonna make it out.
All right, on an episode of Entrepreneur Spotlight, and I have the lovely Beth Brown with me from
Beth's Photography. Hi, Eddie.
There you
Thank
go.
you for having me.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Look at you. I feel like you're gonna interview me.
Well, it is weird. I usually do a lot of interviews.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
love it. Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk. I see you on social media. You got a lot of great things, and we've connected. I believe. How long ago was it that we've connected?
2017, 2018.
It was
been a while.
Yeah, it was a while ago that we've connected, and now we reconnected.
Yes.
Since I do have this show, and I want to highlight you. You have this business going on. You have the coaching. Tell the viewers. Tell everybody.
Oh yes. So hello, and yeah. So it's really what I help people do is elevate their lives, either through the visual value of their personal or business brand using my photography services, or through my coaching business with elevating my clients' lives who have gone through a traumatic event or a heartbreak. So basically, it's about elevation.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I see a lot of your posts and a lot of the things that you're doing on social media, which I enjoy watching because you do help a lot of people, and just like Connect the Lens and Entrepreneur Spotlight, I highlight a lot of people. You're always giving a lot of gems and information too on social media, which is
yes, I try to, because so you know, a lot of it is from personal observations, either as a photographer and things that I've noticed would help people improve and get ready for their shoots, but like on a personal level, you know, my coaching business is a result of my own life experience in healing after a traumatic event and then a heartbreak. And so I didn't know how to even heal. I didn't even know where to begin. And I'm not opposed to therapy. I think therapy is great, but for me, it wasn't quite a good fit because I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I knew I'd show up, sit on someone's couch, and be like, "Hi, let me get through therapy perfectly and impress you." And I knew I wouldn't actually be honest.
I'm not a fan of those sit-down therapy sessions with people. I'm more. I've healed myself, kind of in a way, but through also we're hearing stories, reading books, meditation, and self-healing. That's what I've done. Self-care.
Yeah,
however you want to put it. But that's pretty much what I've done, you know, for myself. So a lot of the stuff that I see you doing with the people, and I'm sure you have a story of your own of how you got there.
Right.
So
So that was the thing. I didn't know how to begin healing, and I didn't know where to start, and so I asked God. I was like, so what do I do? And he led me, like, pretty patiently 3 years through refusing to forgive, to the point of forgiveness, and, you know, some other things. And so I try to pass that along in my content, you know, because not everyone knows where to start. And like I said, I'm not opposed to therapy. I think it's great, but there are multiple levels for healing, like you said, through books, through
you read
prayer. Yeah, I have a book club. I'm trying to read 2 books a month.
I read every day. Well, I try to read every day. It's like 4 or 5 times a day. I get up, my first thing I do is meditate, I read, I have my tea, and, you know, my little routine that I do. Now, question.
Sure.
Hard books or tablets? Like, you know, those
audiobooks. A lot of times, yeah, because I make it. So that's the thing. A lot of times people are like, I don't have time for therapy. I don't have time for coaching. I don't have time for self-care. And they're thinking that it has to be like this compartment, but it's really about lifestyle. And so how can you make it part of your
Daily
lifestyle?
routine, like your daily
And
routine.
so, yeah, I do, I suppose it is a bit of multitasking, but when I'm getting ready in the morning, so while I'm showering and everything and doing my makeup, I'm listening to my audiobooks and I'm learning.
So you prefer audiobooks or you prefer the actual book? Because I had this conversation, actually, this debate the other day with someone, and they were like, audiobook, I prefer audiobooks, but I prefer the actual book. Because I feel like the actual book is going to help you either read, comprehend, and it feels different than actually someone reading to you. That's what it feels like with the audiobook.
It does. It is a different experience, but at the end of the day, however the person is best going to get the information. And also, just there's different learning styles. I was a teacher for 20 years, and so reading like an actual book could be really laborsome for some people, especially if it's like your second language or, you know, it's a challenge for you to just read in general. So I would say however you best can get the information, however you best can get whatever it is you need, that's the path to doing it, and there's no one right way.
There's no right way.
I do love to hold a book.
I do. I'm the same way. I'd prefer to actually read a book than the audio of someone. Then I feel like I'm not getting much out of it because someone's reading to me. But, you know, other people, if you're busy or you can't, then in the shower, just like you said, it would be a good thing to do.
You want to do it in a way so that you're not overwhelming yourself. And one of the things in my own coaching that is my promise is I can help you elevate your life, forgive, work through fear, whatever it is, in 20 days, in like 20 minutes a day, in 20 days.
Oh, wow.
So it's not something that has to be something, I think people think it just has to be like this big, scary, like all this. And it is a little bit of messy, right? You stir up emotions and different things, but you can also just, you know, our self-care is just so important. We make it flow. It should be somewhat of a flow and naturally, even when it's getting a little bit messy and disorganized, and then we're like, okay, I see where I have to make this change. I have to end this relationship, or maybe I need to like begin a new relationship, whatever it happens to be, reconciling a relationship. However, you know what I'm saying? Like however that process is going to work itself out, but like a flow towards like that healing, and just not like, okay, I have to do this, then this, then this, then this, and then it just gets overwhelming and then people quit. It's like New Year's resolutions. Yeah,
I know. Those last for like 2 weeks for people. It's like start whenever you feel like you're ready to start it. You don't have to wait till New Year's, you don't have to wait till Monday. Just start whenever you feel like, you know, but just start.
Yeah. I would say like transformation, it's just kind of like little steps, one day at a time. It could be 1 minute at a time. And I think people think, oh, I'm gonna get in shape, right? I'm gonna lose weight, whatever it happens to be that they're looking for as a life transformation, and they just try to change it all at once. Then they get overwhelmed.
Baby steps, everything, baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps, I suppose.
But now, you have photography.
Yes.
You do photography, videography.
No.
No, you don't do video.
I don't
seen you
offer
playing
video.
around with actual
I do that for
little
myself.
Little skits you do.
That's for my
actually,
own brand. Oh, look, there's a dog.
You do that for yourself? I seen you on the rooftop.
Yeah. Well, that's part of me looking to connect with people, you know, and
it's actually funny. I enjoyed watching it.
Thank you.
Like, what is she doing? Just popping out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, those videos are like the spiritual and like thought battle that we have a lot of times that goes on in our minds and that we have to overcome. Yeah.
Yeah. So photography and your coaching.
Yes, photography plus
Now,
coaching.
can you tell the viewers where they can find you?
Yes.
Either Instagram, or do you have a website, or anyhow, any platform that you have that they can reach you?
Yes, so I'm not sure if I should look at you or the camera. Am I supposed to break the wall here? It's like a taboo in film. But yes, you can connect with me on Instagram at Babs Photography. That's BABS Photography LLC. My website is levelupwithbeth.com, and on that you can learn about my photography packages, my coaching, and also I have a 20-day forgiveness journal, so you can access that through the website as well. Yes.
Now, is there one thing you want to tell the viewers on anything that, basically some type of inspiration, some motivation, something that can help them if they're feeling, like they may need your help as a coach?
Help as a coach. Well, I mean, similar to what we were just saying, instead of trying to do everything all at once, take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Today may be a bad day. Thankfully, we only ever have to live it once. Tomorrow literally is a new day, and tomorrow might also be a bad day, but again, you only really have to live it once. So eventually, it's going to shift and evolve, and with patience and support, however that looks, whether it's with a coach, whether it's a mentor, a therapist, however that looks for you, right? One step at a time. And I think, to be honest, a lot of times we're not taught that life is a process, like a constant process of learning and getting ready. We're taught, like, go to kindergarten, graduate kindergarten, go through high school, graduate high school, go to college, get a job, have a family, like do X, Y, and Z, and then you've arrived by the time you're 30. And then people end up like, what happened to my life when they're 60? Like, I had all these dreams when I was a kid and I did and then they're just like stuck. And so really, it's not that. We never arrive. My grandmother lived till she was 95, and she was like always curious. She was always into things. Curiosity is a huge factor for healing, for just life in general. Be curious. That might be my number one tip. Ask questions like, what would happen if I forgave this person? What would happen if I started this business? But a lot of times we think we're ready, but we haven't done the emotional work to get ready. We're like, oh, I want to go to college, but then you're not really ready for like the independence. Like you haven't, whatever, your time management, whatever. Like, I want to get married, but then you don't know what marriage looks like.
Yeah. Or you have a problem with committing.
Continue, or a commitment, like fear. For like, there's so many different things, and we have like all these things that we think we're supposed to do, and then so we want to like. Always like, we're body, mind, and spirit. We're three parts as humans. So we want to like take care of our bodies, our emotions, or you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I agree. I completely agree.
We're so complex. So it's always kind of like learning and process. There's never like a point where you just made it.
I absolutely agree. Now, I want to ask you a question that you could tell the viewers. What is Beth's superpowers? What is your superpowers? If you had some superpowers that you felt like, what is your superpower? I'll catch you off guard.
That's a good question. You know what? I would say maybe to go back to curiosity, that might be one of my superpowers. Like, because the curiosity is what has helped me to manage to keep going. So, for example, when I was in a place of unforgiveness, my curiosity was like, what would my life look like if I actually forgave this person? When I lost my job due to discrimination, yeah, that was a hard one, but it was like, well, what would happen if I just did focus on my business? So like, I kind of became curious, like, what happened if I did this or that? And I would say curiosity is like a
So that's your superpower?
Has been kind of a superpower for me.
That's
yeah.
good. Oh, I want to thank Beth for meeting me here in Brooklyn. Are you originally
Beautiful.
from Brooklyn?
No, I'm originally from upstate.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Yes,
did have
yes.
that conversation. Oh, forget it.
It's okay.
I'm originally from Brooklyn, so I got excited. I thought she was from Brooklyn. But we just had this never mind.
all right.
Thank you, Beth, for coming and meeting me here in Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Okay, my hometown.
Yes.
Okay, it's been years since we reconnected. I mean, since we've seen each other. Now we're reconnected. So I just want to thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
It was fun.
So.
Yes, my hands are cold.
I don't got time for a hater. Only got time for the paper. I don't got time. I don't got time for a hater. No, I don't got time for a hater. Every day a struggle, I was walking around with pain and doubt. Only got time for the paper. Gotta love the journey. If you don't, you're not gonna make it out. I don't got time for a hater. Every day a struggle, I was walking around with pain and doubt. Only got time for the